Good morning, everyone, and happy Cinco de Mayo. And for my seniors, happy cap and gown pickup day. So because of that, and because I have so many seniors, even though I'm assigning this today, it won't be due until Thursday. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to do a quick review of what we talked about yesterday. So yesterday we talked about taking a point from a rectangular coordinate and making a polar coordinate, or vice versa, taking a polar coordinate and turning it into a rectangular coordinate. So we said, looking at this triangle, that cosine of theta is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is x over r. And if we multiply both sides by r, we get x is equal to r cosine of theta. And then we also said that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, which is y over r. And so that means that if I multiply both sides by r, that y is equal to r sine of theta. So those are two very important formulas. And then the other way around, if I knew x and y, how to find r and theta, we just looked at the right triangle and we said x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. And then we took the square root of both sides. And then we said theta was equal to, that tangent of theta is y over x. So we did arctangent or inverse tangent of y over x if we were to the right of the y-axis, and then we added pi or 180 if we were to the left of the y-axis. So to summarize this, the four most important formulas are going to be x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. We've got x is equal to r cosine theta, and we have y is equal to r sine of theta, and that the tangent of theta is equal to y over x. So let's take a look at the first couple of examples. So this one is starting in polar form with r's and thetas, and we want to put it into rectangular form, which means we can only have x's and y's in our equation. So in this case, we have r is equal to 4. So I don't have any equations where r is by itself, but I do have an equation with an r squared. So if I square both sides, do you see that we could say r squared is equal to 16? And now I can say that r squared is the same value as x squared plus y squared. And now I have it in rectangular form where all I have are x's and y's, no r's and thetas. So then something to notice, when we graphed r is equal to 4, do you remember that that was a circle centered at the pole with a radius of 4? And down here, this is a circle centered at 0, 0 because nothing is being added or subtracted to each x or y inside the square. And its radius is the square root of 16, which is 4. So it's exactly the same graph, just written in rectangular form instead of written in polar form. So then for B, they told us that r cosine of theta is equal to 5. So the beauty of that is r cosine of theta is just x. So if I substitute, this is x is equal to 5. So what that tells me is the graph is just a vertical line where x is equal to 5. Now, not all of these are going to be as simple as you saw, so I'm going to give you some examples where you might have, or an example where you might have to do a little bit more work. So looking at this one, we have r is equal to 6 cosine of theta. So I don't have any way to substitute for just cosine or just r. So what I could do is go ahead and multiply by r on both sides, because what I'm going for is the fact that x is r cosine theta. So I want to get an r on this side. So if I multiply both sides by r, I get r squared now on the left is equal to 6r cosine theta. And that's good news because we have the x squared plus y squared equal to r squared, and we have that x is equal to r cosine of theta. So where I see r squared, I'm going to substitute x squared plus y squared, and where I see r cosine of theta, I can substitute an x. So it's not going to be straightforward every single time. So then they're going to ask us to do it in the reverse order where I'm given x's and y's, meaning rectangular form, and I want to put it into polar form, which means no more x's and y's, only r's and thetas. So again, we're going to use one of these four formulas. Those are the big formulas. So in question A, I've got x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. And I notice that x squared plus y squared is r squared, so I can go ahead and substitute r squared for that side. Now, this is gorgeous, but remember from section 9-1, anytime we're talking about a circle in polar form, we just say r equals. We don't have to say r squared. So if I take the square root of both sides, we can say that r is equal to plus or minus 3. So what that means is for each angle value that I go to graph with, I can either go forward 3 units or I could go backwards 3 units. But either way, we would end up with a circle centered at the pole with a radius of 3. And up here, we had a circle centered at the origin with a radius of square root of 9, which is also 3. So it's exactly the same graph, just written in a different form. So then for B, we have y is equal to 3. So down here, I notice that y is equal to r sine of theta. So that means r sine of theta is equal to 3. Okay, so not all of our problems, again, are going to be quite that simple. So let me show you an example where it's a little bit more work. So in this case, we don't have a center at the pole. We have a center at 3, 0 with a radius of 3. And so what changes about our formula that that wasn't present in the previous problem that we did? So notice right now, I don't have an x squared plus y squared to substitute so easily. So what we're going to do is go ahead and FOIL the x minus 3 quantity squared. And when we do that, we get x squared minus 6x plus 9. If you don't trust me, go ahead and do the FOIL of x minus 3 times x minus 3. And so then something that I noticed is I see an x squared and a y squared. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in r cosine of theta and r sine of theta. For any of my x's, r cosine theta, and for my y, r sine theta. Okay. So if I simplify that, r cosine theta quantity squared becomes r squared cosine squared theta because it's multiplication inside the parentheses. It's okay to distribute the power. Same thing over here, r sine theta quantity squared is going to be r squared sine squared of theta. So notice that we have 9s on both sides of the equation. So we're going to go ahead and cancel out those 9s because we want to simplify this. Even though I already have it in terms of r and theta, I want to make this much prettier. And so not only did I subtract the 9s from both sides, but I went ahead and I added this 6r cosine theta to the right-hand side because I noticed I have r squareds on the left, so I'm going to make that 6r cosine theta on the right. So on the left, I'm going to go ahead and factor out the r squared. That leaves me with cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta, and that's equal to 6r cosine theta. And so then this is that Pythagorean identity that's near and dear to my heart. So sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. And so that means r squared is equal to 6r cosine theta. But notice we have r's on both sides of the equation and we don't need that. So let's go ahead and divide both sides by r. And that means that r is equal to 6 cosine of theta. So again, this is going to be due on Thursday. And for my seniors, I really look forward to seeing you today at the cap and gown distribution.